The epitome of undefeatable. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, plagued with illness, led his troops to victory on the battlefield. His whole life engulfed in death. The Antonine Plague swept the globe, taking 9 of its own children. History remembers him as one of the kindest, calmest, strongest, and most confident of leaders. But how did he do it? Disgraceful, if in this life, where your body does not fail you, your soul should fail first. Before anyone comments saying it's easy for the emperor to say these things, he was rich, had a great life. Power perverts the soul. Wealth corrupts the mind. Emperors such as Nero, who tortured and killed many, just for the thrill of it, or for the greed, or for the selfish desire. When Marcus Aurelius had supreme power, he was unrestrained, limitless, bound by nothing, yet he restrained himself, and be remembered not only as one of history's greatest leaders, but as a good man. Welcome back to The Everyday Stoic. I am William Mulligan. I simplify, modernize, and make practical the ancient philosophies in order for you to become the best version of yourself. Today, we'll be going through how Emperor Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, became such a great, strong leader. Flame of the Stoic heart. The understanding is that no matter what life throws at you, hardships, struggles, conflict, you take these things and you use them as fuel. As a fire would take wood and burn brighter, you take these hardships, you take these struggles, you take this conflict, you burn brighter. You use these things to fuel yourself, wherever it is in agreement with nature. The ruling power within us takes a flexible approach to circumstances, always adapting itself easily to both practicality and the given event. It has no favored material for its work, but sets out on its objects in a conditional way, turning any obstacle into material for its own use. It's like a fire mastering whatever falls into it. A small flame would be extinguished, but a bright fire rapidly claims as its own all that is heaped on it, devours it all, and leaps up yet higher in consequence. It is not death that man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. The idea is simple. Memento Mori, as the Stoics said. Remember you are mortal. It is this understanding, this reminder of your own mortality, that you do not take any second for granted, but also when troubles come your way, when conflict comes your way, you remember you are mortal. The time you give to this is wasted time. Your time is finite, so you do not want to waste it on ridiculous things. Say to yourself, in times of conflict, in times of boredom, in times of complaint, Memento Mori, you are mortal. You will never get this time back. Death is a relief from reaction to the senses, from the puppet string of impulses, from the analytical mind, from service to the flesh. Amor fati, love your fate. The understanding is that Zeus has laid out your life before you. The dominoes are in motion and they will fall as they do, and nothing you can do will stop that. People call this God's plan or fate. The Stoics believe that no matter what befalls you, you say, Amor fati, I love it, because this is what has been destined for me. And what else can you do? If something has befallen you, you cannot change this thing. So you either complain about it or say, I love it. You use it to the best of your ability. You have power over your own mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Work together. It sounds odd that to become strong, confident, self-sustaining, that you would work together. And to think someone like Marcus Aurelius, the great emperor, would he have relied on people for his greatness? Well, yes. In the first chapter, Marcus Aurelius gives thanks to all the people in his life that have taught him things that he's learned from all these people. Together we are strong. And it is not weakness to ask for help. It is not giving up to ask for help. Marcus Aurelius believed that by asking for help, we are refusing to give up. We are using our wisdom, our reason to understand that there may be an answer out there. And there are people, if you remove your ego, there are people that know better than us on many subjects. Everyone has their own unique perspective on life, so ask for help. This is strength. All that happens to the individual is to the benefit of the whole. The Stoics believed in the concept of sympatheia, that all of our lives, all of our fates, all of our actions are woven in together. So doing good for yourself is doing good for others. Doing good for others is doing good for ourselves, because our fates are combined onto a single thread woven through time and through space. Develop life principles. This is imperative for you to do. The reason it's imperative is if you do not develop your own principles, someone else will hand them to you. And right now, generally speaking, it is the person that makes the loudest and most convincing argument and noise. So the media, social influencers, they tell you what to do, what to desire, how to behave, and then you act upon this because you have no principles, no foundation for you to stand on. So how do you develop your own principles? Start with the 4 virtues. These can guide you through life. Justice, courage, wisdom, and temperance. These are the only good. If you start there as your foundation, I'm sure you'll find the right direction. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. Seek truth. Power lies in the truth. Most people seek what their ego, what their impulses, what social pressures and desires, they seek this because it fulfills these needs, these passions, as the Stoics called, bad emotions, bad impulses. But when you seek truth, you put aside your ego, you put aside your biases, and you see what is real. So you cannot be swayed by the crowd, you cannot be swayed by emotion and impulses. You see things for what they really are. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. The understanding is, if you hear 2 people arguing and your name is brought up, most people seek to be harmed so that they can join in the argument and justify getting angry and causing a conflict. But if you seek the truth, these are 2 colleagues that are mindlessly arguing, creating noise about subjects that they shouldn't do, bringing people's name in when they shouldn't do. And the truth is that you can avoid this, as it's a waste of your time, it's a waste of your peace of mind to be joining in ridiculous conflicts. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Don't care what other people think. This is so important today. The reason is social media, social influencers, they'll tell you what to do, how to behave. People will apply peer pressure, but you also apply your own pressures, your own worries, your own doubts, so that you won't even go to the gym, which will improve your health, make you happier and confident. You won't even do this because you're worried of what other people will say or think. Well, what's more important? Your own well-being, your own health, your own happiness, or the words of people that are clearly too childish and rude to be reasonable and understand that you are on your journey through bettering yourself, and that is the most important thing. We often make these things a problem ourselves. We believe that other people are judging us, and oftentimes they're focusing on their own insecurities and they're worrying about other people judging them. So understand that people aren't focusing on you, and it's selfish to believe that everyone revolves around you. So focus on your own goals, focus on what is important to you, your own aim and your own health. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. When people say stupid statements, ridiculous arguments, and they maybe insult you, just understand this is just a reflection of their own character. They're rude people that want to provoke people. I remember hearing from an actress, she said, if someone insulted you in a language you have no understanding of, you wouldn't feel the insult because you do not add meaning to these words, you do not add judgments to these words. So she said that you can do this with yourself. When someone says it in a language you understand, you just don't give it meaning. You don't give judgment to it. You just understand that someone is saying something ridiculous to provoke you. And if by some chance what they're saying is true, then actually you can use this as guidance to improve your character. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Meditation. You should meditate often on the connection of all things in the universe and their relationship to each other. All things are interwoven. Meditate on your own mortality. Meditate on your aim. Meditate on the struggles and problems in your life so you can clear your mind and come to conclusions. Do not cloud your judgment. Do not cloud your mind and time with procrastination, wasting it on scrolling Instagram and TikTok for hours on end. Understand these things cloud your mind, but through meditation, through peacefulness and mindfulness, you can reach your answers easier. Journal. It seems odd that journaling can help you become someone like Emperor Marcus Aurelius, but that was the key to his success. The Meditations was his own personal journal. He wrote in this and solved his own life problems. He struggled with anger, he struggled with death, he struggled with the pursuit of being a good man, the most noble of pursuits. So he wrote down these things and would read them as a mantra to himself so that he could overcome these problems. And he did. I use my own meditations where I write down my own thoughts, my own philosophical beliefs, answers to my own questions, because I have the best understanding of myself. And who knows, we all have a unique perspective. We all think of things that help us, maybe even save our life or get us on the right track. If you write them down, then you can create your own meditations, and maybe one day you can share these thoughts that have saved your life with someone else. And high chances are that some people will resonate deeply with you. They'll understand your unique perspective because maybe they have a similar life to you. They've been through similar hardships or a similar way of thinking. So your own meditations can also help them. Have aim. Marcus Aurelius believed that without aim, we will wander around aimlessly. Lead yourself through struggles, lead yourself through conflict, lead yourself to victory. Do not wait for someone else to lead you. No action should be undertaken without aim or other than in conformity with a principle affirming the art of life. No wandering. In every impulse, give what is right. In every thought, stick to what is certain. 2 more things. Number 1, read the Meditations. I can't stress this enough. I've been reading this for years and making notes. I originally had the Gregory Hayes translation, which is the most recommended translation, but my partner gave it away to someone with a brain tumor and it's helped them. And I thought that was a great idea, although I did lose my book. Number 2, summer is on the way. It's going into full effect. So we're having a summer sale on the clothing, the Memento Mori, the Amor Fati, the Stoic. All the clothing on the website is buy one, get one free using code SUN, S-U-N. The reason I've chose that is actually not because it's summer on the way, although very good reflection. The reason is, these were Marcus Aurelius's last words. Go to the rising sun, for I am already setting. As he lay there on his deathbed, he said this. History has took note of this, and there's actually a painting by French artist Eugène Delacroix on this exact moment. He was talking, of course, about the next leader of Rome, the rising sun, for he, the sun, is already setting. And the next leader of Rome was his son Commodus. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you to everyone subscribing, commenting, everyone on Instagram at TheEverydayStoic, and my personal one at MulliganBrothers. Every one of you that is supporting the channel through YouTube memberships, through buying the clothing and the Memento Mori calendar, and now the Meditations of Journal. The idea with the Meditations of Journal is that you can write down your own meditations to console you, to help you through life. But you never know, maybe one day you can share it with others as you have this unique perspective. Reserve it for your best thoughts. That's what I'm doing. It's taken a very long time to just write down anything. So maybe in 2 years this will be full, maybe 3, 4, 5 years this will be full. But all my best thoughts are down there, and I will be sharing this with people so they can learn things that have helped me through life.